Hey, how's it going? Today is Saturday, 13th of January, and we are taking a look at the market, what kind of opportunities are available out there. In the city, I thought I would take a look at something that was highlighted yesterday. That would be Level Up Fund, and some of those properties. I think there's 5 projects within Bristol who have received funding from Level Up. What is Level Up? So I think it's tax money. If you would ask me, that's a tax money. So Level Up Fund. Let's touch on that fund and 5 properties that have received funding. There's some of those, perhaps for some, not for others. Myself, I'm more interested in different things, right? The arts are great. I'll skip all of those. Let's progress into different ones. Within this video, let's take a look at something of a location might be called Philwood Broadway's Future. I think that's the name of the location. Let's try to understand this opportunity a little bit better and what this opportunity is all about. Where are proposed changes? 14.5 million will be invested into Philwood Broadway to transform the neglected high street. The money is from the government's level of fund. The way how I would rephrase it, that's from a taxpayer's money, right? So that's how I understood it, right? Perhaps level up is not taxpayers' money. Oh, government. Government is not working with the taxpayers' money. So myself coming into this, perhaps there might be some opportunities there. How my tax money can be perhaps invested, right? Coming into this, how I can perhaps having access to some of the properties that recently been refurbished using taxpayers' money, 14.5 million. I'll reach out perhaps to this organization and see if they are interested in using any of those properties, or if they perhaps interested in keeping some of those properties vacant. Which aims to help restore people's pride in a place which they live. Okay, so they're gonna use something and to build the pride, I guess. Great, great. It's gonna be glorious, and there's gonna be a pride. That's what we care about. Perhaps having access to some of those opportunities, setting up new businesses and generating income. That would be great as well. What does Bristol City Council say? So I have yesterday reached out and I have started a petition yesterday of introducing 20 beavers. I have started, I sent a petition, right? And I made a video about it. Because usually no one's listening. That's what's happening. Usually I can do of the greenwashing and the new taxes introduced to Bristol community. That's something that's called clean air tax. So this is what usual people has to say about everything and the balancing in the budget, right? So this is what they're saying: involve local people decision making on changes in the neighborhood. Great. So I'll try to reach out and see if this organization even responds. So that's they're gonna open email and they would delete that decision making. Most likely, this contract gonna look like there's gonna be a building. It's gonna be owned by city council, perhaps, or government, but the administration staff might be a private company. So myself, I'm gonna have to. So tax money been used to refurbish and put this property in good use. Great. So this currently been managed perhaps by a private company. Myself, I need to engage and understand the process, how I can have access to some of the tax money been invested, right? So having access to some of those locations. So that's why I'm interested in putting this property in good use and perhaps generating income and paying that again in taxes so it can be refurbished again in 20 years time. How we can do it, right? There's 6 areas of investment. Philwood Library and Learning Center. Okay, so there's a center there. Great. Buildings, chairs, windows. Great. So we can perhaps they have some room there. I can reach out and understand how I can set up my company there. Great. Let's progress. Recreate Philwood Public Realm. I don't know what they're referring to. Perhaps there's space there, some flowers, I guess. Philwood Active Community Scheme, new multi-use games area. Games, I don't know that word, but underage, perhaps something has to do with that. Building some interest and or perhaps mothers, I guess, or something, so to say, right? Let's progress. Philwood Culture Hub. Culture? Okay, okay. Let's progress. That side development, 6, a commercial improvement scheme. So I don't know what they're referring to that. Perhaps there's a process in place where a business can access some of the property. That's how I understood it, but not necessarily the interest of the people within this building now. It's not necessarily within the interest. So that's why I like to highlight this. Money was taken, my tax money was taken. Now I need to reach out, jump over the hoops in having access to some of those facilities. That's where a lot of frustration is coming from. Let's progress. Signage, that would be A. Then we have B and C, High Street Recovery Funding Project, and Level Up Fund Project Management. So that's, I guess, where people like to sit, I guess, and have a nice place to sit. Great. So the money was invested. Now, coming into this, I'm looking how I can engage with the team and having access to some of those properties. Let's see how we can accomplish that. Let's take a look at how taxpayers' money will be spent. We will be breaking apart step by step. Step 1, Philwood Library and Learning Center. The council is bringing the site together with the land behind the high street forward for the next development of 30 affordable homes with work due to start in spring 2024. The Level Up Fund investment will develop 2 ground floors units on the Broadway, including a new library, learning space, and retail unit offering skills development, training, and/or business support for the area. As yet, a decision has not been made as of what happens to the current library building next to this location there, which is not included in level of fund. Okay, so we're taking a look at some of these investments there. So 3.1 million council funding and 230 additional funding, I guess. Oh, okay, no, it's a level of funding investment, 3.1 million, and council is funding 230,000. That would be developed by next year. March. Great. So that's some examples there. Great. So how myself can access that? There's an email address. There's a point of contact who I can reach out to have access to perhaps business startup facilities and or the office space. That would be great. Let's progress. Point 2. Recreate Philwood Public Realm. Community workshops has been held over the past year to come up with a way to improve the underrepresented street and draw more footfall in Broadway. Perhaps that would be co-office space or something that's emailed there. Currently, perhaps if people are interested in that kind of space, I have my own coffee. Perhaps we can do something there. Currently, I'm not looking for that, but perhaps for others, perhaps that's a reasonable investment, and there's a contact information there. Great. Perhaps worth reaching out and try to understand if I might be able to find partners, not necessarily do anything myself. Perhaps there's some partners and I can be a supplier, I guess. That's a different structure there. Let's progress. Number 3, Philwood Active Community Scheme, the multi-use games area. Games that might be underage, I don't know, but there's opportunities there, right? They not necessarily would buy coffee. Either way, perhaps parents would, but not necessarily. So it would be kind of things to do while parents shopping on the weekends, I guess. But again, so that's a level of fund 350,000 and the council 300,000. So I guess that might be useful for community, I guess. Yourself, if you're interested in learning more, I have published a course. Within this course, I'm taking a look at 12 different points that would be important for many people who are looking to develop themselves, develop their skills, knowledge, expertise within different areas. 12 in total. Most of the things have been taught in school, so I think it will be very important to publish that within the course. And I'm taking a look at qualifications and or improvement in your understanding. That would be how to set targets, how to set goals, as well as how to potentially structure your finance. So that would be a budget, just to name a few areas that would be very important. For many people, that would be a starting place, I would say. Yourself, if you're interested in learning any of that or similar things, feel free to reach out to me and we can discuss that, as well as there's going to be a QR code in the corner, company's website below. That's why I'm interested in. That would be number 4. Philwood Cultural Hub. The iconic Philwood Community Center facing the Broadway will become a new culture hub, drawing both local and wider audience. Myself, I'm interested in perhaps office kind of space and or location. Perhaps that might be a premium location. That's not necessarily good, but I would consider any offers. But again, I'm looking for point of contact. The point of contact not necessarily there. My tax money was invested to be more accurate. 7.6 million of pounds from Level Up Fund was invested in this property. Perhaps it's massive location, right? Again, that would be in March 2025. It might be released. Perhaps it's a good time to reach out and or understand the process right now. But again, so my tax money was taken, and now I'm looking to access some of that locations. But again, it's premium, so not necessarily would charge, I don't know, millions and millions. So it might be a waste. So it would be great if there were a point of contact and email address, and we can take it from there. Level 5 or step 5, that side development, parade of properties from 4 to 16. Parade, I don't know if that's a word that I would use. It's great. That's a premium. Premium location is great. All the colors and people being touchy, feely, paying for premium locations. I don't feel this vibe. Let's progress from there, which includes rework building, and there's a name there, free project in the need of refurbishment, with two of the shop fronts permanently closed. Okay, so they're looking to invest in communities, which is kind of great, I guess. But we'll take a look at 425,000 of level of fund. Perhaps it might be useful investment, I guess. But again, how business can enter, access that, and or generate taxes, right? But again, that will be just overall projection. Or what is the email address, point of contact? Let's get things moving. Let's progress to point 6, commercial improvement scheme. The bid proposed to invest in commercial improvement scheme to revitalize the. Okay, there's the using word parade again. I don't know about parade. Perhaps premium. Premium sounds great. All shop fronts on the state side of the Philwood Broadway, where the business include restore the sandwich shops and Broadway premise. And okay. So that's perhaps a very type of business. I don't know. Perhaps a vendor, not necessarily. I would be entering some of those markets. Perhaps the whole area is underwater. I would say, not necessarily, but that's my own understanding, right? Perhaps there might be some opportunities there, and that's a reasonable price. 150,000. That's a little bit more reasonable compared to 7.6 million. So I guess of the tax money. Well, again, point of contact and how to reach out business engagement, right? Thanks for watching. I'll see you next one. I thought it might be worth taking a look at if anything. Actually, I would like to touch on that. The entire project and management of this project. I don't know how many years and how much of a group of people was working on this project. That would be 275,000 pounds to manage this project, right? And there's a lack of information. Colors of the website is great. Some of the wording, brilliant. Some of the wording is brilliant because everyone's unique. Great. 275,000. Great. Perhaps myself and other entrepreneurs can access some of those contracts and receive that worth of the contract and management of that contract.